Hi, it's Jan Johnson, and thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm really glad that you did. Yesterday, I talked about stories that people tell you, because of course my blog and my whole goal in life is to help you become the best storyteller that you can become. But yesterday I talked about stories that people tell you, and I'm going to just follow up with that again today on another story that people tell me, or that I've heard when someone's trying to quote unquote recruit me into their business. And the purpose of me talking to you about this, as I did yesterday, is to help you with some things to kind of be aware of, or give you a little insight so you notice them, or that you can pass on to your downline so that they notice these kinds of tactics. And that's when someone will call me up, and the premise of their whole approach is that we've got the best product ever, nobody can beat this, or we've got the best compensation plan, or the best leadership ever. It's like nothing you've ever seen. And so it goes something like this. They'll call me up, they'll say, Jan, hi, how are you, how you doing, how's the family? They kind of get that out of the way, and then I can feel it coming. I can feel them saying, and they usually start with, I don't know what you're involved in right now, but I'm with this company, I'm with this greatest thing, it's the best compensation placement plan ever, it's the best leadership ever, the product is the best ever, nothing can beat this. And the problem is that, first of all, the reason that they don't know what I'm doing right now is that they didn't even bother to ask. And then one of the reasons why they don't want to ask is they're afraid that I might be just like them and try to come back and recruit them into something. And so they go on this path of just saying, I don't know what you're doing right now, but this is what I've got. And then they continue down in that path. And to me, they kind of bury themselves in it, because they're talking about all the stuff that doesn't really matter. They're probably just parroting what someone said to them. And I think in saying it over and over, trying to convince themselves actually that it's the best, this and that, because that's how they got talked into it. It doesn't even mean that maybe it isn't a great company with a great product and a great compensation plan or whatever, but the approach is all wrong, because the approach really is about what the person is into, the listener, you are into, what's important to you right now. And they haven't even bothered to figure that out or ask the question. And so usually what I will do, depending on the person, is kind of in a passive-aggressive way. I'll just say to them, I'm really glad that you're so excited. It sounds like you're really excited. I'm really glad that you are, and I sincerely hope it works out for you. And I do. And then I'll say, but if it doesn't, give me a call back, and maybe I'll share with you what I'm doing, because I'm really excited about what that is too. And kind of just leave it at that, and then say, I gotta run because I got an appointment, and we'll talk later. Thanks for thinking of me, and be friendly and talk that way, but just kind of leave it at that. And the other thing too is that depending on the person, and I've done this a lot before, and you might give this hint to your own self or to your downline, to ask someone, really, let me ask you something, is this form of marketing working for you? They might be caught aback and wonder, what form of marketing? Isn't this how you do it? Just say, well, is this kind of marketing, the way that you're approaching me, does that work for you? I'm just kind of curious. And the answer is probably no, it hasn't worked that well. They might go off and, oh yeah, I've got all kinds of people in and this is crazy. And don't go into it any deeper than that right now, but just be acting like you're curious about it, and they'll hang up and they'll think about it. You can talk to them later about what it is that you're doing, because trust me, most of the time if they're approaching their business that way, then later on when it's not working, and it probably won't, they'll be thinking about the little hint that you gave them. Oh, I'm really glad for you, so you were friendly, and I hope it works for you, so that was good. But if it doesn't, give me a call sometime and I'll share with you what I'm doing. And then maybe down the road they might call you up and get in a conversation and ask you, gee, are you still doing what you were doing? What was that anyway? And that's how you build those long-term relationships. Remember, this is a residual income business you're trying to build by being you and being a business person, not someone that's out running around trying to get everybody like they have a dollar sign on their head. That's so important to remember. So I hope this video helped you, and if it did, please comment and share. And thank you so much for tuning in. Jan Johnson, thejanjohnson.com. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.